Uh,
What are we
all
drinking
right,
today?
welcome in. Welcome back. How are we? How you doing, Quinn?
Doing good.
What you
Coffee,
got?
rainy Sunday on a lovely chill October morning. Got some
It is.
football on. I should put the game on in the background while we're doing this, honestly.
Oh, we should. I turned it off. It was 6-3, and then went to record. So, real barn burner there in London. Looks more like
No,
a soccer
excellent.
score than a football score.
I feel like the NFL is just slamming these London overseas games this year.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it's just more than I've ever remembered. And I did they ever do, you know how the Vikings played twice in a row? Was that
Yeah, I didn't.
ever a thing before?
I don't because that's crazy that they're just like there for 2 weeks. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, hey, you're gonna be in a total fucking different continent for 2 weeks. Have fun.
Yeah. Crazy. I guess they're just yeah.
What are you drinking there?
All right, so I've got a little bit of a variation today. I have recently learned about a technique to put cinnamon in the grounds of your coffee before you make it. So I took that approach and transferred it to espresso. So I basically ground up espresso and then put a sprinkle of cinnamon on top, pulled a shot, and then made an Americano with it, and it is delightful.
Ooh, that sounds good. You do that with a little Cubano too when you put brown sugar on top of the shot?
I've never done that. I know about that one, but I've never done it. Sometimes I'll put
Good. I used to
sugar
make
in
that
a
when I
shot, but
made my
yeah.
hand pulled espresso shots.
Yeah, but I really recommend if you're doing a handful, trying some cinnamon or just the other thing you just put it in your like grinds before you French press it or something. It's
Hmm.
delicious.
Well, I have hysterical cup today. Just a straight
What is that
double
a
shot.
pumpkin?
Yeah, it's a little pumpkin. It's a fall one.
Mm.
Straight double shot, little brown sugar, little oat milk. So if you hear slurping, a little ASMR. Just know that's a double shot of espresso going down into the veins.
Goodness,
So
that looks delightful. Nothing else, just espresso.
double shot with some oat milk and some brown sugar. It's a pretty like sweeter, fruity flavor of Nespresso. So,
Yeah, that's a heavy.
all right, you want to get into the action here? What we were looking like from last week and week ahead.
Yeah, let's do it. Exciting week and exciting right now because we have live action, which is I think a first for the pod recording. So
Yeah,
scores are changing as we're talking.
yeah, and we get to actually see who's going on top now.
No, for sure. Yeah, let's go last week though. How are things shaking out? Not good for
Sure.
me.
So we're going to start at the top of the league in terms of standings.
Boo.
Love is in the air. I mean, I got to knock on wood at this point because stays undefeated somehow. I didn't really have a good week, but I was really saved. I Love is in the air took the victory over Henny God took the victory over Ricky, and I was really saved because Geno Smith sucked. I'll go deep dive into it later, but Geno Smith didn't put up a good week for Ricky, and then Zach Ertz goose egg, which hurts. So, and Zach Ertz, is he finally washed? You know,
Damn,
I
he
don't know
put
how
up a
long it was going
goose
to
egg.
last.
That sucks.
Yeah. But I didn't put up a good outing. I tried to pick up Darius Slayton to pick up for my Malik Neighbors woes, and he was fucking ass. So I got a notification while we were playing that said, "Oh, Darius Slayton went from healthy to questionable," and I didn't see why. So I went to the foremost news outlet, X or Twitter, and I just looked up Darius Slayton, and someone tweeted, Darius Slayton parentheses ass is questionable to return. So he's off. Get him out of here. Um,
Yeah, well, the nice thing is when you have a bad decision, you still put up 133.8. So,
yeah, I mean,
and
well, it works out.
outscore me by
Championship
five
pedigree, but we'll
points
see.
on your off week. So,
Um, moving on, Fabian took a close one over Andrew with the close victory. He did win the weekly prize. We'll touch on it later. Um, the big thing from this is Fabian took a risk, started Rashid Shaheed, who went off in that game. I don't know if you saw, he had like a 95-yard touchdown, something crazy. Like he had like 17 points off of one play because he went basically the length of the field.
Damn, I actually did not see that.
Yeah. So Rashid Shaheed went off. That was a good play by Fabian. And, I think that kind of proves some merit, and this has kind of become a recurring theme of sticking to your guys, sticking to your guns versus my strategy of picking people up. Because good example of you draft a guy, you want to be able to play him, and he works out versus me who made a pickup and it totally didn't work out at all, putting up 4 points.
Yeah, I'm in the position where I'm having to make moves by necessity, not because I really want to. It's like, oh, I need to pick up a running back just so I can have a roster that is playable. So
Yeah. Yeah. And in that game too, Andrew killed by Jerry Jeudy, who, he was hoping to put up wide receiver 1 numbers, wide receiver 2 numbers, and he was just crap. Is he more like Jerry Booty now? Wonder if he needs a new chain with, instead of the Star of David, a little turd emoji.
Jeez, cut that.
Jew. Yeah, no, Andrew just, it was kind of a whack week by Andrew, and Fabian took a close one, which wins don't come easy there in the bottom of the standings. After the hot week last week, El Scorcho lost, back on the losing train.
Yeah, welcome back, Spencer. We missed you for a week.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice when that team comes out of the woodwork the one time. But I think that El Scorcho is still set up pretty well. He's got Rico Dowdle for a couple weeks, which is a phenomenal pickup. Ashton Genty is starting to get rolling, and Tyler Warren is also starting to get rolling.
He's actually not bad. I mean, his points against are almost unbelievable. 669. Nice.
But it's just, and that's when you have young guys too, when you're led by some young guys. It takes time for them to get rolling. But I think that someone really needs to hit him up to give him a wide receiver 1. I think that's his big concern. He's got certainly running back health, but he needs a receiver bad. So not to make moves for you there, Spence, but that would help. And El Scorcho took the win over Rob. And Rob's team is solid. But I think his bench is not deep, which no one has a deep bench. No one has a bunch of startable guys in the back end. But I think that, just depth will be something that Rob could improve upon that could really set him up for the playoffs. He did win the battle of picking up Michael Carter versus Amari DiMarcado, which is good, helps depth, but he needs some depth. Pause. Continues to get the job done. He clawed back to a victory and is now above 500 at 3-2. He got the win over Dart Vader. Wayne, how you feeling putting faith into the Dart last week?
Yeah, last time that will ever happen.
Ooh,
I'm out on Dart. First of all, awful name. Anyone named Dart is just an idiot and sucks at football. And secondly, yeah, I put some faith into him, and it obviously didn't come through. It's just twice now that he's let me down. So I'm pretty much out on him. I think his team's fugazi. His points for are not even that much higher than a lot of the teams in fourth place. I mean, he's pretty much neck for neck with Spencer, who has 1 win. So I'm out. 2-game win, 2-game losing streak now. Yeah, just starting to fall apart.
Damn. Watch, he's gonna put up fucking 250 this week.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, how's he looking live? Actually, let's dive right into the live action here.
Well, first of all, Denver's up 10-6 on the Jets. Speaking of Dart.
Barn burner. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, Carl's coworker, as predicted, no catches.
Let's see, Carl. Yeah, 0 points. You're right.
Yep. Yep. I mean, that's the Pat Surtain effect. He's been unbelievable. Um, on the other side, for Eric, who got the win, I think that the dichotomy of James Cook this year is hysterical. I wasn't a big fan of him going into the year. I didn't want to draft him anywhere. I didn't like the whole contract thing. I don't like guys kind of doing that. Very similar to the Packers actually. He's proven me wrong a lot this year, but geez, when he's low, he's low. And it's just like it feels like the Bills' offense just totally abandons faith in him, and that's why I didn't want to take him.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fair. They're
but he's looked good. I won't doubt that. I mean, he won Eric the challenge, the blackjack challenge. So, you know, I think that, in my opinion, on the dart is not as harsh as you. I think that he won't be playing this deflated all year. And I think that I think he just really had a whack week last week. But, I still have faith in the dart. I also just like the actual quarterback, Jackson Dart. Hurts you. But, yeah, no, I have a little bit of faith in him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I will say this too. Eric's team has just been very solid. Like, what are they? 2-game win streak. I think they're second highest in points for in the league. So slow start, but very good team.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think depends on when you get hot, too. That's the thing with fantasy.
Yeah.
He's already off to a hot start this week. Shit.
Yeah, no, he's probably gonna win unless who's he playing Kelowna, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, battle of 3 and 2s. Next matchup from last week, Raj took the win. Took the win over Una, and I think we should all be scared of Raj at this point. His team is looking really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The guys that he drafted to not be playmakers are now being playmakers.
In the last 2 weeks, 141 points and 157 points.
Yeah, that's like, if you do that every week, that's the recipe. You don't have to put up 185 like Scorcho. You have to just be solid, and those scores should scare the league, in my opinion. I think his team is scary. I think Una put up a good fight, but Raj's upside with Brees Hall, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and the pickup that I wanted to make but couldn't, the Walrus. It's his team has the upside. It looks good, and every week it feels like it.
Yeah.
So I think we should be scared of Raj. And then last matchup, I mean, this is weird for the rig.
Oh yeah.
Totally uncharted for them.
I was like, maybe he'll forget it.
Maybe, yeah. The rig took the L to Sauce Squad. Steinley has been hot since joining. That beef in his profile picture it's like fajita meat at this point. It's sizzling coming out.
It is getting hot. Yeah, that went from medium rare to well done very quickly.
Yeah, pretty soon that bitch is going to be congratulations because it looks good. So yeah, no, Steinley's been great. He's been hot since joining. You made the right choice, Quinn, this week with Justin Fields, which I know has been a back and forth. I have him in another league, as I've mentioned. It's a back and forth for me too. So you made the right choice with Fields.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing. My team just sucks. I mean, that is the reality. Look at my bench last week. Outside of Jared Goff, which, like you said, Fields was the right play. I had 8.2 points, I think. Quick math. It just brutal. That's really bad.
You're gonna need Crashy Rice to come back in a hurry.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's how many weeks are left, Pat? I don't even know.
I saw one of those AI, like one of those Sora videos recently,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like reenacting the Crashy Rice or Rashy Rice like crash, and it was hysterically bad just because it was AI. But it was like the car like went off an overpass, and like he got out of the car and ran away, and like it's like, dude, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so maybe he'll be good. I don't know. I think we're gonna need more than one receiver though. So
all right, hit Quinn's line, folks. He's trying to make moves for the first time.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe. Send me trades. We'll see. I'm tough to agree to, but
yeah, and Steinle, I mean, last week Steinle just made right choices. He played Rashad White, who,
hmm
capitalized on the Bucky injury, and he started Darnold, who's looked better than I thought he was going to this year. And then that Jamar Chase game started out super slow in the first half. I remember it was like they were looking awful, and then it was just garbage King Chase. Now this year of just the second half, he kicked ass, and who knows? Maybe 42-year-old Joe Flacco will really improve Jamar Chase's game.
yeah, I will also say this, not to obviously this impacts the record, so it's not that indicative, but the last 3 weeks I've played first place team Love is in the air, second place team Soul Squad. This week I'm playing Raj, also second place at 4-1. So I'm going through the gauntlet right now. If I can somehow squeak out with a win this week, which isn't already looking good, then maybe come out of that 1-2. It's not the worst, but
Yeah, but then if you come out 1-2, and then if you play the bottom of the league in like near the playoffs, that's what happened to me last year, or not last year, the year before. Of didn't really have a good start, and then finished hot and made the playoffs by the
yeah.
skin of my teeth.
Yeah, so unlikely, but
Yep.
we'll see. I mean, we got what?
Um.
Like,
Want to move on to the weekly awards?
yes.
Cool. So the team of the week is Raj, as we kind of mentioned. He's been hot. It was a pretty low scoring week relative to where we've been the other weeks this year, but he took top dog, and he's really rising now, in my opinion. He's not necessarily a dark horse candidate anymore. He's looking good. The waiver wire pickup, the steal of the week. It's got to be Rico Dowdle. He kicked ass, and he has the chance to kick ass again this week against the Cowboys. They've been, notoriously bad against the run this year, so he could eat. And then, did you see? Speaking of the Cowboys, did you see Booby Sanders is out for the year?
I did not. He's out for the
Yeah,
year.
I think he's
Oh,
just got lingering ankle and knee stuff. So
man.
Jaden Blue, fire him up because everyone drafted him.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then the challenge that we had last week was the photo finish challenge. It was the team who won by the smallest margin of victory. And surprise, surprise, Fabian wins for the second week in a row and the third week overall.
It's
He won
unfair.
by just under 3 points last week. Hysterically, he's now earned more than half of the annual buy-in to be in the league.
That is
So
crazy.
he wins two more and he wins his buy-in back, which
There should be a rule that if you win your buy-in back, you have to buy everyone a beer or something.
yeah, no, you have to. And not to toot my own horn as commish, but I think that's good that the top of the league hasn't won much. Didn't
Yeah,
want it to
I
be
mean,
just all
that
most
is
points or
true.
something.
No, it's a great reason to keep people interested. Like 1-4, I'm still obviously trying it this early in the season, but
Yeah.
if it turns
And
into
this
one
week's
and
challenge,
seven,
yeah. This week's challenge is the Run Forest Run challenge, and it's looking to see who's starting two running backs can rack up the most points. Just one of those King of the Hill type things, but it's just for running backs. So I'm not looking good because my running back upside is bad, but I think actually
I
Eric is
started
in the best
three running
spot.
backs. So there you go.
Let me see. Yeah, Eric is in the best spot because he started Meathead Cam Scattaboo. Uh,
Yeah, good call.
Speaking of meatheads too, I know that not the league. The league isn't mostly Phillies fans. Uh, I said it at work, and I think it rings true. Cam Scattaboo plays how I think the Phillies are in terms of they're just fucking meatheads, and they're not actually making solid plays from a
Right. It's less
fielding.
technique and more just.
Yeah, it's just like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna grip it and rip it and see what happens. And it's
No, you're
like
right.
you go against a technically sound team in the Dodgers and you look like children. So yeah, I think that watching Cam Scattaboo headbutt people without a helmet on reminds me of the Phillies a lot because they're just fucking meatheads. And That's all I'll say about a
Yeah,
non-football entity.
but that's fair. Scadabo's been good, or Scadabo. I've heard his
I've
name is
called him
pronounced
both.
differently than everyone says it.
I
I think
think,
it's Scadabo.
I think his brain is at the point where he doesn't know.
It's gonna be Scadamush soon.
Scadamush. But yeah, so we'll see who comes out on top with the two best running backs.
Yeah, probably not fucking me. But I did start. Oh, it's only the top two. All right, I started three, so that still gives me a little bit of a hedge.
Yeah. Well, so it wouldn't be your flex. It's
Oh
just the
no, Pat.
it's just the
There's
two running
fine
back
print.
spots.
Oh well. All right, shall we get to the unfortunate quadrants that
Quads.
ugh,
Let's
it's
rock.
gonna hurt. All right, let's do this. Alrighty. This could be tough to get through, especially the first quadrant, but we will power on, unbiased and fair here as always. Can't buy a win. Any god, Big Rig, El Scorcher, Last Chance You. We're all 1-4. This isn't a record ranking. I mean, what do you want me to do? All of these teams except El Scorcho are on multiple week losing streaks. Me coming in with the most at 3. Scorcho, like I said, good to have you back. I'll say Scorcho is probably the best of the bunch. Highest points for, and his points against are highest in the league. But at 1-4, I just can't. I can't move you up, buddy. I'm sorry, but maybe we can make a deal. I think you're light on receivers, and I'm light on running back, so we can talk. We'll talk after the pod.
That's perfect.
Alrighty, bad luck and a bad team. I am gonna go Rue World Order. I think he's had a little bit of bad luck. His points for are solid. I mean, he's on a 3-game losing streak, and the points against are rising week by week. But yeah, he went from 2-0 to 2-3, so it hurts. I think in the first week of the pod, Pat, he was top right quadrant with you, so he's just plummeted the last 3 weeks. And then Fabian, he's on a 1-game win streak, but he's still 2-3. I don't really see it. His points for they might be the lowest in the league. I think they're the lowest in the league. So
Yeah.
not a great squad either, but he's got 2 wins. So I bumped him up 1 category.
Well, he's got 2 wins and 3 challenge wins. So at this point, he's not playing for the purse. He's just playing to get his money back.
But honestly, he's the real winner this far in the season.
Yeah.
Getting hot and not. Sauce Squad, 4-game win streak. Coronavirus, 2-game win streak. Dart Vader, 2-game losing streak. So
Ooh,
we got
is
getting
he
hot
the
and
knot?
getting nut. He's the knot, if it wasn't a surprise. He was 3-0 at one point, and he just 2-game losing streak dropped him back to 3-2. His points for are the same as El Scorcho, which is a 1-4 squad in the bottom left quadrant. So I've called it out before. I think he's a little bit of a phony. And we'll see how this week goes. I think he's in good shape, but he's also playing a 1-4 team in Henny God. No offense, Ricky. So a win this week isn't necessarily going to shift a bunch for me.
That is correct. I did not notice that his points for is literally 0.04 as of the recording. 0.04 away from El Scorcho. That's hysterical.
Yeah, no, he's not. Oh, I think Spencer's really bad luck, to be honest. I mean, his points against is crazy. I mean, outside of Una, his points against is almost 70 points higher than everyone else.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah. That's like a bad week for some teams, 70 points. It's insane. And then we got the top dogs. Potential controversy here, because we obviously have a 5-0 team and then some 4-1 teams. But my logic here is, I mean, Pat, you're obviously number 1 right now. Your points for is the most, points against doesn't really matter when you get the most points for to me. Raj, 3-game winning streak, 4-1, probably going to beat me this week, to be honest. And then Eric is a 3-2 team in the top right quadrant. I think he's a really solid squad. 629 points for. He's probably going to win this week. He's off to a big start against Rob with Scatabo. And that's, to me, that's the top 3 teams right now. I think any of those teams could win it all.
Yeah. It's funny, too, the recurring theme that we talk about in terms of moves versus no moves. 11 combined moves for Raj and Eric, and that's 7 less than me in the top. So, maybe there is some merit to sticking to your guns. I mean, it's not about the volume; it's about the quality of moves for them.
Yeah, no, that is fair. Another thing I'll call out because I think it's worth noting, Saw Squad didn't make it. And this goes back to our Darth Vader point with El Scorcho. Saw Squad has less points for than Darth Vader at 579, and they're 4-1. Just kind of yeah, some crazy points for. I mean, obviously that's the way fantasy rolls, but there's some closer teams than the record shows for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in the season, it's it is an indicator now. At this point in the season, like at the beginning of the year, it's like, well, what are you going to do? You get hot at the beginning versus not. But
Yeah.
now, as we start to really settle into the year, the points for and points against are indicators of who's actually putting up the scores. So
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, yeah, you're at 663, which is wild.
that's Puka. It's been Puka. That's why.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, that's week 4, 3, whatever this is, of the quadrants.
Yeah, that's the fourth
Third
quadrant.
fourth quadrant. Okay. Hurts a little bit with putting me in the lowest category. Maybe I can claw out, but is what it is. Might be. We're getting very close to a rebuilding year, but I'm not
Ooh.
ready to say it yet.
Ooh. Traded for first round picks.
If only I could. Alrighty. Back
All right.
to reality.
You want to talk some waiver wires? There were some pretty fun ones last week, actually.
Yeah, let's do waiver wires, and then we'll jump into lineup crimes and looking ahead.
Yeah. So some waiver claims that mattered. Spencer probably had one of the better pickups of the past few weeks with Rico Dowdle. He looks good. He looks like he could be really set up this week. So Rico Dowdle looks like he's him for the time being, which would be good for Spencer to help him claw out of the lower left quadrant that he's in. In other moves, Rob claimed Tua. Staying far away from that, but whatever.
Who's Rob's quarterback?
And then
he probably needs one.
Yeah, I guess he needs a quarterback. Let's see what he's looking like.
He's got Kyler Murray.
Kyler's out. He's got a foot issue.
He's questionable right now. Is he definitely out?
Yeah, I saw a report that he's going to be out.
Yeah. Well, that's why I picked him up. And you might want to update your roster, Rob.
Yeah. You only got like 2 hours left, but but yeah. So Rob claimed Tua to throw him in case Kyler was out, which he is, and then Pat and Steinley. We're hoping to capitalize on the Chargers running back injuries because Amari Hampton is officially on IR. As we know, Najee Harris tore his Achilles, so it's firing up Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal. It's more so just the offense that they're in, being the Chargers offense and Jim Harbaugh, because he's just going to throw bodies in there to run it. So we'll see who comes out on top. It's probably going to be some combination of us. Of Vidal will get pass catching work and Haskins will get goal line work, something like that. And then Trey Tucker, he's back in the mix after his 41-point game a couple weeks ago. The rig is looking for some juice and scooped him up. You need the wide receiver help, which...
Boy, you also need someone who could fill my roster.
Yes. Filling rosters is good. Injuries, bye weeks, everything stack up on you. But, he may get some juice out of Trey Tucker. You never know.
Yeah, I think he had a crazy week 3 with 40 points. So I don't know. It's definitely,
who was he playing against that week?
Good point. I don't even know.
Let me see. Some live research here.
Washington.
He was playing it at Washington or versus
at Washington? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, 145 yards.
Yeah, I was going to see if he was in a dome or not.
No.
So, but yeah, so may give you some juice there. Hopefully he does, because you're in dire need of it. Looking at some breakout speculation, or really just later in the year speculation. In terms of transactions that have been made, Aaron Jones is a free agent. Fabian, I believe, dropped him. And, he's old man Aaron Jones. He's in a Vikings roster, which is kind of weird. and he's on IR. But by the end of the season, you never know who's going to be able to step in to give you some points. And with Jordan Mason's kind of breakout of being the everyday back for the Vikings, they may just end up putting Jones in as like a red zone guy, which by the end of the year, those touchdowns are going to be valuable. So something to keep
Yeah,
an
it's a
eye
good
on.
point, actually.
He may come back around week 9, which is going to be right when teams are pushing for the playoffs. So it's a little bit of a shot in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more so the name over the substance of the player at this point. But
Yeah, at least this year. I mean, he's older. He's
yeah.
an older running back, so they may just transition him to be a goal line back. And then finally, I mentioned that it was a competition last week between myself and Rob, but it's Pat v. Rob, the Cardinals running backs edition. Rob picked up Michael Carter, and that looked like to be the right play. While I picked up Amari DiMarcado, and I've picked him up in years past, and he's been shit then. And he proved that this week because he really did nothing until he busted off a beautiful 76-yard run for a touchback. Because he dropped the ball before he got in the end zone, and Jonathan Gannon, rightfully so, beat his ass.
It's awesome. I just cannot believe that still happens. I mean, it happened the first time I remember is Deshaun Jackson back, like, I don't even know, 2008 or some shit like that. And since then, it blows my mind that you cannot get into the end zone.
No.
Awesome.
And especially, it's always on a long run is the problem, too, because that's what
they're just so excited.
You don't do that on a little 2-yard run. You do that when you're like, oh, I went the length of the field. Let me celebrate and drop the fucking football.
It's awesome.
So it looks like Rob took the win there. A little moral victory with the Michael Carter pickup. Carter looks good, and he may be good for a short while, but with Jacoby Beef Brisket lining up at running back or quarterback rather, with Kyler Murray out, I don't really have a lot of Beef Brisket at running back. Now with Kyler being out in that quarterback room, I really don't have a lot of faith in the Cardinals offense.
Yeah, I mean, I barely have any faith with them. So
yeah, all right. You
want to
cover
lineup prime of the week? Yeah, let's do it. I think we had to pretty much go with you, Ricky. I'm sorry. Ricky started. Hang on, let's pull it up just to get the points. Ricky started Geno Smith, which, no offense, Rick, but I don't know. Not wouldn't have been my first choice. 9-2 points, and he left CJ Stroud on his bench, which I guess CJ Stroud hasn't been lighting it up this year, but 28.76 on the bench. That sucks. Would that have made the difference in the win?
What, a 21-point swing?
Yeah, let's see.
I think it would have. It would have been closer.
Close. Would have been very close. Quick
yeah,
math.
It would have been a 7-point. Oh, Ricky, if you had done that, I may have won the challenge.
Yeah. Wait. He would have. Yeah, no. Yeah, he might have won the challenge. So you might have cost Pat $20.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, no, I think there's two funny stories with this because, not starting CJ, I get it. He's been very mid this year, but it's looking like whoever plays the Ravens this year, you have to play him. If your backup is playing the Ravens, just throw him in because their defense has been rough.
Yeah.
They did just lose their D coordinator, so that's probably why. But yeah, no, it looks like when you have a quarterback going against the Ravens, you got to fire him up.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's just like I don't really know how Geno's done this year fantasy wise, but it's just tough.
Well, so that's the interesting thing. So Geno was playing in a dome last week, and it's one of the rare outings that he's been bad in dome play. His quarterback rating in a dome is about 20 points higher than when he's playing in open air.
Yeah, so maybe Ricky's just smarter than us all and actually knew what he was doing picking him, but
yeah, I mean, Dome Geno hurts that he doesn't pull through. And then a couple injuries that we have to note. Report from the Blue Tent. Amari Hampton is out. That's a killer to a team. He was looking really good. I believe Steinley has him. And we were just talking about how he was the leader in a win for him last week. So with him out, it really hurts. We'll see how the pickups go in terms of filling in his spot. Maybe Steinle made the right choice in picking up Vidal as the handcuff. And then, maybe Michael Carter this week with Kyle. Like I mentioned, Kyler, I do believe, is confirmed to be out. So Michael Carter may just get a lot of run because they don't have faith in Jacoby Briskett's arm.
Beef.
The beef brisket. You ever feel the grip of your buddy on your inner thigh? That's how it feels to drive a beef brisket.
I think we need an Arby's sponsorship.
We do. Oh. I haven't had Arby's in years.
I don't know if I've ever had Arby's.
I used to just get it for the curly fries.
Ooh.
So, how are we looking for next week?
Yeah, so good week of ball coming up. I'm playing Raj, which that's not a good game because I'll probably get smoked. But other than that, we've got Love is in the Air versus Salt Squad, which is two of the top dogs, 5-0 versus 4-1 record. We got Barkley Boogaloo, Fabian versus Spencer, 1-4 at Spencer, and then 2-3 for Fabian. That could be a good matchup. Right now, Spencer has slight edge projection-wise, but it should be close. Coronavirus and Derek Bogey emojis. Both 3-2 teams. I kind of got my money on Eric. I think he's one of the best teams in this league, and he's got a great start with Scatabo with 31 points on Thursday night. Hurts me. Darth Vader versus Henny God. Well, it's actually pretty close projection-wise right now. I'm kind of pulling for Henny God because my 1-4 brethren, and Dart's just not my team this year, but see what happens there. And then we got Last Chance U versus Rue World Order. Andrew needs a win here. Andrew could drop 4 straight, and this one would be to a 1-4 team. So
that's a killer.
Rue needs a win here.
Alrighty, I think that about wraps it up.
I think so.
So, all right. Before we sign off, it's about 11:15. The live score update is Jets are still down in London, 6-10. Third quarter just started. We're coming out of the half.
Yeah, so I got it on. Good game though. It's looking. I think I'm gonna go watch the rest of it.
Yeah, I'll watch the rest too. All right, guys. Good luck this week.
Folks. Be good. Everyone have a great week, and good luck to everyone's teams except for Raj.
Except for and same goes to you, Steinle.
Later.
All right, cheers, guys.